What do you make of the fact that British politicians are coming to America to support Kamala Harris?
Well, there's some crazy guy in charge now in Britain, so I'm not surprised that she's doing that. But this is all her last-ditch attempt to try to get support. She's going to everyone and anyone who will support her. She knows that people are getting smart. They're waking up instead of being woke. Big difference.
I laugh at it. They have no business switching into our politics, the same way we have no business switching to their politics.
They have to do what they have to do, you know. It's politics. It's politics. You know, and everybody has to do what they feel is right.
And what do you make of the fact that British politicians are coming to America to support Kamala Harris?
I mean, the whole of Europe is the leftist era. I mean, it's the Labour Party. You have to wait on lines to get medical care in England. So I don't want that system. We have a great system. It's done well for my family over the last 200 years. I want to keep our system and not adopt the British system, which has not worked, and particularly in medical care.
They should not be doing that, you know. They should not be involved in our politics.
They're misguided.
We're not involved with their politics. But this is the Liberal government, the Labour government.
Yeah.
They should stay where they belong.
I don't think anyone's going to listen to what they have to say. Their own country has their own problems. You should solve those before they try and solve that.
I've been in Britain, 1999, and I studied, and I feel that they have to do that, but at the end, they will come back, and, they will work out with Trump, as has been. And America has been one of the closest allies of, England. So, yeah.
What do you make of the fact that British politicians are coming to America to support Kamala Harris in the election?
I guess that's one of those that we have influence from all parts of the world on our elections, via lobbyists or via individuals like that. Everybody has a free right to do things. Obviously, that would make our country great. We have free speech. So even for those that aren't Americans.
Let me tell you something about the left. My father fought in the Greek Civil War, which was the Greek state versus the communists. The one thing about communists, they don't care if they're from England or from America or from anywhere in the world. They have no country. So that's not a surprise to me.
That says everything. That's a globalist. Yeah, that says everything, yeah. So the reason why they come is that they can buy her, I think.
What do you make of the fact that British politicians are coming to America to support Kamala Harris?
They have no business in our country.
No,
they
but
don't.
genuinely though.
They don't. Look at how their country is ran. They have no business in our country. That's it.
Under Trump, he was America first. He put this country first. Our taxpayer money went to support American causes. Under Biden-Harris, they're more a global, so they give American money to England and other countries, whereas this country, I hope, says enough. We need to keep our money. We need to help people who are victims of hurricanes, victims of natural disasters, people who can't afford health care, instead of allowing open borders and sending all our money overseas.
Generally, though, regarding any politicians coming from another country, if it's their actual how they think, then go for it. But if they're getting paid from like some American source, then it's disingenuous.
Exactly.
So, but hey, if they feel the need to come to the U.S. and be like, "Hey, this shit sucks," go for it. If it actually sucks, then fine. Like,
Here's the thing, though. If they're acting on what they truly believe, and if they don't overpower our youth generation in this country, meaning like our children, elementary school and middle school, stuff like that, if they come here and if they leave them alone, and if they're just speaking their own truth, that's perfectly fine. But don't start pouring that onto our youth. The youth of this country is the future of this country.
Do you think this election will be fair?
I pray so.
Do you think this will be a fair election?
No. 90% of the media, if not more, is against Trump, so I don't think it will be fair. It's already not fair. Just the hope is that there'll be enough people that can overcome all the odds and the censorship that is going on.
I think there's always some sort of cheating going on, so I'm not, sure about that.
Do you think this will be a fair election?
It better be. It better be. We need, like everybody who's responsible to make sure the election is fair should do their job. It better be.
I hope it is. Yeah, I mean, there's some unfortunate things that happen in all elections, unfortunately. And so I think that sometimes that gets amplified. There were some things that happened in the last election that were individual states made certain decisions, and there were certain influences that happened within our governmental agencies that kind of put pressures on the media and the social media platforms. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time.
I'm worried. I'm worried because I believe he won in 2020. Oops, I said it. Oh, yes, I said it because a lot of people believe that. And the Democrats are very devious. And I used to be a Democrat. I was a registered Democrat all my life until I see the direction that the country is taking. It's going downhill.
I think this will be a fair election.
It is going to be, of course.
We hope
Of course.
so. We hope so.
I mean, there's always irregularities, but that happens.
Fair election. He will win. We will win. Donald Trump is going to be the president again.
I hope so. I think there's a lot more eyes on the election. So I think hopefully there's poll watchers from both sides, and there's a lot more scrutiny this time. So I'm hopeful it'll be more fair this time.
Are you worried about sort of violence and riots and things like that after the election?
It'll probably be from the left if Trump wins. Republicans don't riot and loot. The last election, there was no rioting in New York or anything like that from the right. So.
And are you worried about violence and riots and things like that after the election?
I don't think so.
Are you worried about violence or riots after the election results?
No. I mean, I think there may be some, but I'm not worried because I think that you just have to do what the right thing is and then hope for the best.
I don't lose sleep over it, but there are wackos out there, and anything may happen.
Americans are good people, raised correctly in their schools and to their families. I don't think we're going to have violence. I hope there's not going to be violence. My opinion on the matter is like 95% there's not going to be any.
I'm a worrier, but I'm trying not to worry. I hope this country is better than that. And it's time that we have free and fair elections the way it used to be. It's turned into a personality, vindictive place, but it should not be like that. So let me just say that I have faith in America, and I hope that things will work out.
Are you worried about violence or riots after the election?
I'm hoping no violence. There's absolutely no reason. I mean, once the election is over, then I think people should come together. Except, we are getting to be like Europeans now. Politics used to be different here. People used to be able to. People were able to discuss politics, disagree, and they say, okay, that's you. But we've become the way they were. I say I'm Greek. In Greece, if a son and a father with different parties, they won't talk to each other for 30 years. And that's the way we're becoming now, you're a Republican, you're this, you're a Democrat, you're this, and it's no longer, again, look, we differ, it's a free country, and we have to be able to live together.